अरे बहुत सीट खाली है यार.
And facing up to him will be
Hi.
Binod Bandari slip in place. Three on the off inside the circle of the shot cover there. Long off in place. Well, I like this move from the Viratnagar Kings, bringing on the left-arm spinner. We've seen how good left-arm spinners have been in the tournament. We've seen Harmeet Singh, we've seen Surya Tamang, we've seen Tilak. They've all bowled really well, especially in these first 6 overs. It's a brown pitch, slow pitch like you just saw. Initially looked to play down the ground, then sat down, swept the ball. So they need to be very careful about those first 6 overs, as I always keep mentioning. We'll just take a
Power off.
Hard, but very little moisture underneath the surface. Hence, the nature will be really slow. Just take a look at that. It'll pitch and it'll come really slow onto the bats. The batsmen need to get set on these on this pitch before they play these adventurous shots. You don't want to be too ahead of yourselves and start going big very early in the innings. Play yourself in, you can still make up. It's not a very big ground.
Yeah, a bit of crease occupation will come in handy here for the batters, particularly early on. Spinners will certainly slow down the pace of the game. But if you bowl it there, you will be punished. First boundary here for Binod Bandari and the first for Sudur Paschim Royals. Not the greatest of deliveries here by Tamang.
Well, two of the best shots to play on a slow pitch. One is the sweep and one is the cut. And this is the sweep, played really well. It was on leg stump. It was asking to be hit with the fielder inside the circle. The first NCL Super 4 of the day. And coming on the bat of Binod Bandari. How many times in the tournament have we seen Binod Bandari opening with that boundary? He looks really good and in really good form for the Sudur Paschim Royals.
Having a chat with Binod Bandari in the morning keeps it very simple. Look at those scores, 69, 42, 43. Cut away. Swept, this one slashed, and just like Fazal mentioned, on a slow wicket, it's the runs square of the wicket that come really quickly.
Well, perfectly played this. Binod Bandari swept one, immediately dropping that one shot. There's so much of time. You can have a cup of tea and then go on that back foot and just smash it. There are no fielders back. We are in the first 6 overs and really looking good is Binod Bandari in this big game, match 26.
But that's better. You've got to toss it up and get the batter forward on this wicket early on. Good start here for the Sudur Paschim Royals after being put into bat, 10 for no loss.
If you just take a look at these two teams, Viratnagar Kings looks a superior one on paper at least. Martin Guptill, Faf du Plessis, Lokesh Baum, Sam Hazlett, Shankar Rana, Bashir Ahmed, he's in prime form. Then you have the all-rounder Pritish, the left-arm spin of Surya Tamang, Marsh and Delanga, Sandeep Lamichane. Oh, they make a formidable side there. On the other hand, Josh Brown coming in. Bandari is in good form. Dr. Ishwar Pandey out there. Puneet Mehra has been looking good. Harmeet Singh there, a key all-rounder. Arif Sheikh, then that big man Dipendra Singh Airi. He's fielded really well, he's bowled really well. It's that time of the tournament where he'll need to bat well as well. Hikmat Mahara, Dhruv Parasar. Oh, this looks a really cracking encounter. It may not be a very high scoring one, but it'll certainly be a close one, Mikhail.
Absolutely, Fazal. You want to believe both these sides on paper, nicely stacked up. Bashir Ahmed, also left arm spin from both ends. And I'll tell you what, Josh Brown was rested in the last game. He walked away with the player of the match in the second match, but he has 3 ducks as well in this competition. So it's been a mixed bag for him. That's why early on he'll need to just apply himself. There you can see 0-0-0. The 168 against the Avengers.
Well, that's the kind of situation that Sudur Paschim Royals are in, where they can give somebody who's not got too many runs another go in the game before the playoffs, Mikhail. That's number one. Number two, shows the kind of confidence that Sandeep Lamichhane and the think tank have in Josh Brown. I beg your pardon. Dipendra Singh Airi and the think tank have in Josh Brown. They're giving him another chance just to ease him in before those big playoffs to take on someone like Sandeep Lamichhane. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, good point. Got to look at this side. 6 player of the matches, 6 different players for the Sudur Paschim Royals. And it all started with Harmeet Singh, who walked away with the player of the match in match 1. Then you had Josh Brown in match 2, Dipendra Singh Airi in the 3rd match, Vinod Bhandari in the 4th match walked away with the player of the match, then Ishan Pandey, and then a couple of nights ago Chris Lynn with his 75. Remember, he opened the innings in place of Josh Brown. And each time you draw the batter forward, you're forcing him to play and do that extra bit on the surface, Fazal.
Well, this is the only thing that I've observed in all the Nepalese batsmen. They're very reluctant to use their feet with confidence. When a spinner is tossing the ball up and on a slightly slowish surface, you come down the track, come to the pitch of the ball, meet the ball on the bounce. It makes life a lot easier than playing from your stumps. And then you have the opportunity to go back once you've used your feet. So that's probably just the one area that the Nepalese batsmen are reluctant to, or as a matter of fact, most international players are reluctant to nowadays.
He uses his feet but was just not close to the pitch of the ball. Gave it a wild swing, Vinod Bhandari. And it's been a good over here for Bashir. Just the 1 run. 11 for no loss. Yeah, it's the last of the double headers here in this season's Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League. Then we move into the single headers and into the playoffs. After some spin, it's time for pace, and Martin De Lange will come on to bowl from the far end.
We did see him go for runs in the last match that they played, the Biratnagar Kings, but Martin De Lange has got the pace, he's got the bounce, and he's got the carry. That's why he's got that first slip in place. But this is the opportunity for someone like Josh Brown to make it count. 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, so that's the opportunity for him. Third man and square leg are the 2 fielders. Well, it was there in the slot, wasn't it? Just lack of confidence, or perhaps he's just a little short on confidence as Josh Brown, or else he could have really put that away.
Yeah, that's Mr. Ravindra Vimalasiri. He's at the bowler's end. One of the umpires officiating in this game, and his colleague at the other end, Lyndon Hannibal. Had a lovely chat with him this morning. He's excited about Christmas coming in, though it'll be a bit muted, he says, after what's really happened in Sri Lanka. So our concerns and wishes with everybody back there in Sri Lanka to stay safe. And that's Mr. Vinay Kumar Jha. Give us a wave. Mr. Jha, you can give us a wave. We can see the smile. There it is. Yes. Another wonderful personality. All of them are so wonderful to talk to, Fazal. You certainly have quite a few chats with them at breakfast.
Yeah, and my favorite, Pragir Rambukwela, I'm sure he's in the hotel room watching this telecast. He'll be out there in the evening down the track. That's much better. That's the pace that we were talking about. We've always mentioned that lack of pace is what works on pitches like this. You give the batsman pace, you're going to pay for it.
Look at that for a hit. beautifully backing himself, coming down the track, full follow through of the bat. He gave that a whack that just pierced the infield on its way to the ropes. Yeah, a bit of appreciation from the bowler, and why not? That was indeed a very good hit. Good start here for Binod. And moves, comes inside the line, this protection in the deep. Just being a bit audacious and a bit of a banter between the bowler and the batter as well. Quite a character, Marshall De Langa. Doesn't mind getting hit. Always wears a smile on his face.
Well, yes, I have observed that throughout the tournament. He plays it hard, but he plays it fair. He's really smiling. He's a really affable gentleman. He's really nice, Marshall De Langa. He's the first one there. If the batsman needs help, there he is. He's always at the batsman, never short of a word. The umpiring, we were talking about Mikhail, has been very good in the tournament, but for a few glitches here and there. But we do have a very experienced match referee as well, Manu Nair from India, played for Delhi with a lot of success. And we've had Mr. Mohammad Shafiq, the local here, throughout the first couple of weeks of the tournament. So really good stuff. There it goes. There she goes. That's into the grandstand. There was space on the ball. It was short. It was asking to be hit. And it got the treatment it deserved. 3 done, 23 for none.
Yeah, the top 4 have been confirmed, which means the Avengers, Chitwan Rhinos, Karnaliaks and Janakpur Bulls have played their part in terms of the qualification. Now what the Biratnagar Kings will be trying to do in this game is maybe just chase down the Sudur Paschim's total as early as possible and move to number 2 so that they have that one shot to the final spot. But standing in between them are the Kathmandu Gorkhas. So much to play for still in the league stages, particularly for the Biratnagar Kings. Yeah, he's picking up the length very early and he's playing square of the wicket this morning, Binod, and it's working for him. You rightly mentioned, Fazal, pace on the ball on this surface is runs, and that's why Sandeep Lamichhane will need to quickly reassess his plans with all the paces that he has in his side.
Well, we've seen many teams bowling 5 spinners and just a couple of overs from a medium pacer, because it's the medium pacers who are going for runs. The spinners, if it's a bad ball, they are definitely going for runs, but by and large it's the spinners who have kept the batsmen in check throughout the tournament. And I think that will be the pattern as we go into the playoffs as well. So the all-important playoffs, very important for Biratnagar Kings that they get to that second spot, because Kathmandu Gorkhas will be eyeing that spot as well. If the Biratnagar Kings get there, they'll have 2 bites of the cherry. If they don't beat the Sudur Paschim Royals, they can still have another opportunity to play the qualifier. To God! We're talking about spinners picking up wickets early, and there it is. Not the best delivery by Basir Ahmed, but he still picks up the first wicket. Vinod Bhandari will be making that walk back to the pavilion. Paschims lose their first wicket.
Yeah, just tried to create a scoring opportunity and tried to once again target that square leg, deep mid-wicket region. Played all over this one, did Vinod Bhandari. Was looking good for the couple of boundaries that he's hit. Not quite happy with himself after that dismissal. He walks back after being bowled by Bashir for 15. The Sudur Paschim Royals lose their first wicket at 25 for 1. here. The fans are having a lot of fun and fanfare, and it's a big reminder as well to all our viewers. The Mighty AC will reward one of the most energetic fan, a brand new AC as the coolest fan of the day. He's been one of the coolest players, Ishan Pandey. Player of the match a couple of nights ago, runs wickets, a wonderful fielder. And he'll want to give a good account of himself after being promoted in that batting order at number 3. And this is the high point of the Sudur Paschim Royals. They've just been so flexible as a batting side and as a unit that they want to have players for every reason in every season, Fazal.
Well, yes, I'm not quite sure I'm a big fan of this chopping and changing in the batting order, because by now you need a settled batting order getting into those playoffs. Perhaps they have the liberty to take that chance. Do the Sudur Paschim Royals. They've played 6, they've won 6, so really nothing to lose but the winning momentum. Any skipper or team management will want to take that winning momentum forward, Mikhail. You don't want to let that go, because losing can easily come and become a habit. End of a successful over, 2 runs and the wicket off it, 4 done, 25 for 1. There it is, Sudur Paschim Royals already at the top of the tree. They are number 1 and Lumbini Lions are number 4. So they will play the eliminator, whilst the Sudur Paschim Royal will play the second place team on the 9th of December. So that's what the Biratnagar Kings will be wanting to play, because if they... Well, if you take a look at the second place, that's where Biratnagar, and if they lose there, they'll get another opportunity in qualifier 1 to play the winner of the eliminator. So they'll get 2 bites of the cherry. So it's very, very imperative that the team Biratnagar Kings looks to get into that second spot.
Oh, this is a good shout. Maybe an inside edge, or maybe drifting down leg. He'll have to be careful. Just stuck in his crease over there was Josh Brown. They've just lost the wicket of Binod Bandari.
Well, once again, it was short, but it came on to him a lot quicker than he expected it to. So he was looking to play a lot square. He should have gone down the ground, perhaps. There it is. Go down to mid-on, go wide of mid-on, you'll get the single.
These days, left-arm spinners are so smart with their variations and craft. Saw the revs on the ball, but it just went straight with the arm. And as you rightly pointed out, Fazal, that bit quicker for Binod's comfort. You can sense Brown is tentative, but he usually takes a lot of time early on in his innings.
You can take all the time you want, provided you get on with it and don't get out. You play 15 or 20 balls and then get out, then your team is in a spot of bother. So Josh Brown, having taken 13 deliveries, needs to carry on from here. 1.3 and 1.4 meters between the 3 fielders there. So there's the gap. If he pitches short, that's where he needs to go. That's over the top. He'll get a boundary. Just break the shackles kind of shot by Josh Brown. 524 fours for the tournament.
A bit fuller on this occasion was Suryatamang. Yeah, this man's eyes lit up. The bat may have turned in his hand, but he's a strong lad, Josh Brown. Just over mid-on. Even the tallest will not be able to stop that or get a hand to it. So they continue to find the boundaries. It's a good sign.
1 meter पछाडी हो अलिकति राम्रो बल थियो
4 runs of over number 5. The Royals, after being put into bat, have lost Binod Bandari at the score of 29.
29 runs on the board for 1 down.
of the power play overs. First 3 overs, they went like a bullet train, 23 of 3. And since then, only 6. A wicket, change in pace, rather the introduction of spin. I'd like to introduce Andrew as well. Welcome.
Thank you, Akash. Very kind. Welcome to you as always. Swagatam, Nepal. Feels like you're very much at home here already, despite only being in for a few days. As you said, your nearest neighbour and the one closest to your heart.
Absolutely. Home away from home.
Fascinating occasion this, isn't it? Because 2 of the best supported teams in the league, 2 are having excellent seasons, but in one way only one with something to play for, because the Super Pashim Royals are going to be in first or second. Whatever the case, as Pandey's struggling here to get Bashir Ahmed away. And it's going to need a big win for the Kings to nudge up into first or second. You can almost see it's kind of like a party celebration as opposed to a feverish head-to-head clash as to who's going to win and who's going to win this grudge match.
Finally opens his account, Ishan. They're undefeated, yes, that's the Royals. But if any team can actually chase down the total in the number of overs that they need to chase down, it is the Kings. They've got the batting, the top 3. They can take down any opposition, any attack. And therefore, this script is very interesting.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Faf Mania, I was at the King's Hotel this morning and it was chaos, to be honest. There was hundreds of people on the street just trying to even get a glimpse of Faf. Really is an icon of the modern white ball game. That's nicely picked up down the ground. The bottom hand comes through and the power play will end with a bang from the Australian. Sudar Bashim, 36 for 1.
Spend his whole career with RCB. Чемпион 18 runs for the Washington Royals. 36 runs. Big wicket left.
End of the power play signalled. Come into 5 fielders being allowed outside the 30-yard circle. As Ishan Pandey is just trying to find something. The second time he's been promoted up the order. 1 off 5 in the previous game. He looked to better that today. But yeah, really, you think of the journey for cricket in Nepal, Akash, in terms of not just the development of the stadium, but the second year of the league, the progress that it's making. I'm not sure even the most optimistic or enthusiastic Nepali cricket fan could have imagined Faf du Plessis, Martin Guptill, Chris Lynn all facing off. No, Lynn not in the 11 today, but here at the TU, capacity crowds, it feels like every single game, every single day. Future looking very bright for this nation.
Absolutely. The locals are already superstars. The likes of Ferry, Rohit Patel, Sandeep Lamichhane, Karan Casey. And now, he's watching global superstars up close and personal. It does make a difference.
Tries to go again, but it's off the toe of the bat. And it's put down. How many catches have we seen dropped this season? And it's Marchant de Lange, who does so well to get to it at first. Looks like he'd done enough. Oh, but then it went to the grass. This should have been held.
True. Got the bottom of the bat, therefore just went up and didn't get the distance. A regulation catch in the deep. It thought he was in control of that ball.
Now he's going to get worked over to his left. A few ironic cheers from the crowd as he does enough to keep it to a couple. Catching last evening, I know that was under the floodlights, was really poor, wasn't it? And now even it's leaking into some of the international stars too.
Fielding has been outstanding. It's just the catching that needs a bit of improvement. But interestingly enough, I still feel that there is a wicket round the corner. Whether it's Josh Brown or Ishan, it's only run a ball till now.
You're going to have to explain this to me as we see a diving stop from Duplessis to save 3. Akash Vani?
Yeah, that's correct. Akash Vani. Yes.
Okay, I honestly have no idea, genuinely.
Okay, so Akash Vani, actually in India, it used to be the radio station, the biggest radio station back in the day. And then when I started my own content journey, I named it Akash Vani.
I've seen it all over social since you've come, but prior to that, I'm still learning. We'll talk more about that in the next over. 7 ball, 40 for 1. Big roar whilst we were just off an ad break because Sandeep Lamichhane is going to come into the attack. Listen to that. Outstanding season he is having. 12 this season, just 6 last year. And the lowest economy of any bowler in the entire tournament. Has it on a string right now. Doesn't he start well? Now, we teased you 2 days ago because all I told you really about your arrival here to Nepal was about one man, Dipendra Singh Airi, wasn't it? And I said, wait till he comes out to bat and listen to the roar. The problem was, he got into the crease in bizarre circumstances. Chris Lynn decided to retire hurt. Nobody really knew he was coming, so we delayed that roar. You've just heard the roar for Lamichhane. If Airi gets to the crease in normal ways today, it'll be something else. You'll love it.
Waiting for it. Sandeep Lamichhane, I think he's taken 12. 13th is loading.
Yeah, so we had H.D. Ackerman with the crystal ball. He was like a, I don't know, Mystic Meg back in the UK, the soothsayer or the predictor. So Akash Vani, you think a wicket's coming?
Yes, I think it is. And it could possibly be Ishan. The ball might just go away from him. Googly is Sandeep's important weapon of sorts. He'll take the ball away, hopefully.
Best way to take a wicket here in this league is to get Jess Crow on a flash interview. So, where is she? Pulled nicely. Just one bounce out to Pratish GC.
Bit more bounce on this occasion. Got the top half of the bat where the stickers are. The vice-like grip. Of course, his economy is 5.1 runs per over. That's almost like bowling maidens in T20 cricket.
You'd be happy with 5.1 in the modern ODI game. To be going to that in T20 cricket sums up how untouchable he has been. Alongside Harmeet Singh, for me, the 2 best bowlers in the tournament.
Harmeet will be in action in the second innings.
Great use of the feet. Now, does he get enough of it? Not quite. And there's the wicket that was loading. Lamichhane goes top of the charts. The golden cap is back solely on his head. And it's again a very good catch. He's having an excellent season in the deep. And the Australian, Sam Heazlett, showing everyone how to do it.
He did use the feet, but again, the bottom half of the bat, inside half, and a phenomenal catch in the deep. Well done, Sandeep Lamichhane. He's been economical. He's been amongst the wickets. This is the 13th wicket for Sandeep. Josh Brown dismissed for 24.
सुनील कोशी बॉल्स 8 ओवर को समाप्ति में 42 रन 2 विकेट गुमाया.
Now Lamachani's at it again, and it will bring the Iceman himself, Arif Sheikh the elder of the two brothers. One of them knocked out. Asif Sheikh, part of that reigning champions Janakpur Bolts. Really was a strange decision yesterday to bat first, and I think it ended up proving very costly alongside their catching. It means we know our final four. The Kings and the Royals have probably beaten the two form sides alongside the Gorkas. If the Kings can really restrict the Royals here, they might force a way into the top two yet. They'll have to get the chase done in rapid time as batter will continue. Well, the premonition of Jess getting a wicket was too early. She's got someone very special with her down pitch side. Take it away, Jess.
That's right, Lenny. I'm joined by the head coach of the Kings, Damika Prasad. The team has seen great success so far this year, but what's been the driving factor to that success?
I mean, each and everyone playing well and doing their job role, right? And each and everyone, they are very enjoying themselves. And even though our team, even though with the senior players and the juniors, there is no difference because they are helping each other. That is why we are just doing well and we are just supporting each other. That is the main factors. We just, are doing well.
And as head coach, it's a pretty long comp, 4 or 5 weeks, the MPL. It allows you to build those relationships and sort of work with players quite closely. What does your role look like?
To be honest, I worked with the Nepali guys 2022, and I was here with the Nepal national team for the World Cup qualifiers as well as the Scotland and FIF tours. So it gives me kind of a relationship with these players. Most of the players I knew for a while, but it gives me kind of very easy to work with them. And so when you come into the 5 weeks to stay with them and work with them, because already I know their culture and I know their culture and the environment. That gives me kind of comfortable zones to work with them.
And of course, you've got a lot of big names in your team. Obviously, Faf du Plessis joining you very, very recently. What's that like for the younger players to be able to learn from their experience and expertise?
To be honest, as I mentioned, right, these guys are like, they are helping each other. That is the most important thing. Because once you come into the team, so you have to be a team man, right? And for that, so these guys are amazing, right? Guys like the Faf, guys like Guppy, guys like Merchant Delange, guys like Mansi, guys like Sam, they all supporting each other. We missed Subham Ranjani, unfortunately. He's playing right now T20s. But to be honest, these guys, they are just helping each other and they're just, passing their knowledge and the experience. Now, I mean, our boys, they are very comfortable to work with these guys.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much and best of luck to you and the team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. There's an overthrow on the final ball to make it 5 singles in the over. That was Damika Prasad. It's 47 for 2.
सुनील कोशी बॉल्स 47 रन 2 विकेट गुमाया.
Just the 5 bowlers used thus far. As with no George Munsey in the team, who was acting the monkey in the background of that Damika Prasad interview. Always up to divilment is the Scotsman. Means that Munsey can't bowl as he did for the first time in his cricketing career in the last game, where Lamachani really rang the changes. Looks a much more settled bowling attack today, as that one's guided away for a couple. 107 international wickets for Sri Lanka. Damika Prasad, I think he's actually probably the assistant or bowling coach, because Pupadu Dasanayaka, remarkably, is the head coach in absentia. He's doing it remotely, which I don't think I've ever heard of before, Akash.
Work from home? I thought that was a thing of the past.
Up round the corner, that'll be 4. Just the wrong line from Lamachani. The 50 comes up with a Pandey boundary. He's looking for the googly here to probably bowl him round his legs looking for the bit of glory, but it's helped away nicely.
It's on his pads, full on his pads, helped it on its way. Just needed the bottom edge. Short fine leg inside the circle. This Ishan, it's a welcome boundary for him. 12 of 16.
Yeah, look, I think Pandey's more natural game is ODI cricket, 50 over cricket, list A cricket. He's diminutive in stature, doesn't necessarily the power to hit big sixes, but he is a good player of spin, and that's why the Royals are using him up the order.
But he needs to get a move on. 17 ball 12. So the problem with somebody eating up so many deliveries is that the pressure keeps building on the partner. That's what we saw with Josh Brown. He almost felt obliged to hit a boundary or a six every time he was on strike. And now Arif might actually feel the same kind of pressure. He batted well in the previous game. A little cameo at the end.
They made 24 not out, as did Dipender Singh Irie, and they do have the hitters to come. Irie and Harmeet Singh and Puneet Mehra. It's a difficult one though, isn't it? You don't know whether to stick or twist against Lamachani. You're probably happy if he finishes with 1 for 20 from here.
He'll take one more. At least.
There's always a hunger for wickets when Lamachani is about, and that's why he's top of the leaderboard, 13. Really well bowled. Nice finish to the over with 2 dots. Gets us to the halfway stage where the Royals are in a bit of bother. They've won every game so far this season. Are they staring down their first defeat? It's time now for the expert education strategic timeout. The Royals are 54 for 2.
Now the Royals fans are in the house and they're up and dancing already. Doesn't matter that they're actually behind the 8 ball at the moment. 54 for 2 after 10. Alongside me, former West Indian international Carlos Brathwaite. Carlos, the surface is a little bit on the slow side here this afternoon.
Yeah, that's a little tricky. Obviously, I got it wrong at the pitch report as usual. Thought it would have been a high-scoring game, a cracker of a game. But halfway in, we only at 54 for 2. A little bit to do about the pitch. I think it might be a little bit conservative from the Royals as well, trying to get some balls in before the playoffs. But it hasn't been the most straightforward of surfaces to bat on.
In match 4, they defended 147. In match 10, they defended 139. Run hard, yeah, push hard. Wise decision. They made a number of changes in the previous game, which they won. Today, they've made a number of changes again, the Royals. When you 6 from 6 and the qualifiers are just around the corner, we always hear this word momentum. How dangerous is it to make these changes when you're so close to the qualifiers?
I don't even know if there's a right or wrong way, to be honest, because then some people would say, well, if your top order is doing the business and only 4 or 5 guys get a real good hit, there is the opportunity in the playoffs for you to be 4 or 5 down, and then those guys will come in undercooked. So the management needs to balance giving everyone a hit and everyone a chance and everyone a game with the best interest of the team, keeping and maintaining that momentum going into the business end of the tournament.
Heaved away to the leg side. Yeah, just look at someone like Chris Lynn, who's struggled throughout the tournament, really struggled to get to grips with the pace of the pitch. And then in the previous game, he gets some runs. Today, they leave him out. Now, got to refer to last year, Carlos, that they lost 1 game in the group stages, played in the qualifier 1, went to the final, did a very similar thing, made changes, and then lost in the final.
Yeah, I think Chris Lynn's one may be injury, but to the overall point, I do understand. I've seen it work both ways as well. You'll be really stingy and you keep you as best to playing 11 as possible. Played 12, 13 guys over the tournament. Surgical precision, chase on by Sandy. Skipper pulls it back just inside. And I've also seen teams go, but you know what, when you do make changes, they can be strategic. So 1 in, 1 out type of thing where you aren't making wholesale changes, but you're giving different players chances in situations that they would probably encounter moving forward. I don't know the exact science, and I failed science, so I'm not sure if I can help you.
And again, this time he gets more bat on it. This will run away for 4. That's a lovely stroke to end the 11th. 64 for 2. At the current run rate, 116, that would be well below par, but let's bear in mind, Puneet Mehra, Harmeet Singh, Dipendra Singh Airy still to come. So the big stroke players, the big hitters are still to come within this Royal side. Here he is. We wait with bated breath. So does the 10,000 in attendance. The only reason why I asked you about the changes is, thank goodness there's no in-game changes, because I know you despise in-game changes when it comes to football. And your beloved Man United.
I hate Amram's in-game changes.
That'll be a wide.
Love this shot. Played a similar shot first, ball before, sorry. And on this time, just hit it a little bit later and a little bit better. A little bit more pace to work with as well.
I love the late cut. I really just think it looks like such a, what's the word? It always looks like there's so much precision behind it. And then sometimes you heave one over mid-wicket and think, oh, that's a bit lucky. But there, you can't be lucky with it.
There's a show in the Caribbean called Matlock. It used to come on at a minute past midnight. So whenever a good late cut was played, you say that's a Matlock. So late it's into tomorrow.
Another wide. These will help. The men in yellow, that is. I remember Matlock. That's going back some time. They've actually remade it now. I think Kathy Bates, the Oscar-winning actress, she won an Oscar for the movie Misery. She's now playing Matlock. Just struggling to middle it. Hate to call it from up here. We said that the pitch looks a little slow, but really struggling against the slow bowlers.
Just wonder if it's maybe an option to play a switch hit. He's generally wide to the point where he's been wide outside off stump and called wide to the left-hander. If he could just get down, it just helps it. Rather than trying to play against the line and tug it straight on a fairly slow pitch, just help it on.
Good running, excellent running. I love that stroke, I really do. How they identify that those men on the leg side are deep on the boundary, and if they just get it off with just a little less power, that they can scamper through for two.
Such good cricket. There's a little area there you need to get just in or just outside the 30-yard circle. Such good cricket on show, wicket to wicket, popped into the leg side, and even good fielding.
Gotta go again, yeah, no, not this time. Into the 12th, 71 for 2. Slow going for the Royals at 71 for 2 after 12. Let's bear in mind that the Kings, if they want to end in those top 2 positions, they need to win this, and they need to win it comfortably. We'll be able to give you those numbers a little bit later on, but it'll be in the region of around about 11, 12 overs. They'd have to chase it down.
One thing I love to see in these middle overs, I think the spin in Nepal has been sensational from live viewing. But I don't think they get enough support in the field. You always have a point and a short third, and the mid-wicket area is always open. If you can back your spinner to go wicket to wicket, can you just bring that point over to short mid-wicket and force the batters to do something different?
So take some catching. No. Duplessis abandoned, slipped or tripped. He's taken some beauties in his time.
He went for a little pull-out slide and got caught in the mat. I've always thought those mats are quite dangerous. Sponsors need the exposure.
Johnson, the deep gone, out the ground. For a moment, the man at deep mid-wicket thought he was in the game. It was flat, it was hard, and it's a big one.
Power and precision. Saw the man on the boundary, took him on. And you may wonder why that guy at deep mid-wicket was creeping in, trying to save the 2. Trying to save that little drop into the leg side, past the 30-yard circle and sprint for 2. Trying to restrict him for 1, but he's conceded 6. There it is. That's why he was creeping in, trying to save 2. Did on that occasion, but worked against him 2 balls ago.
There's our transport in the morning. Amoda and JQ's new JQ J5, the real SUV. Long side of the boundary. Doesn't matter. Now the foot is firmly down on the gas.
This place is absolutely bouncing. A half step to measure it. Not a full swing of the bat for maximum.
It's the longer side of the ground towards the left-hander's leg side. Deeper C, that extra cover. That's the over they were looking for, the Royals. 13 gone, 86 for 2. From that over. Now the car's one thing. What about the platform that the Amoda and the JQ is on? If you hit it, you hit that platform, 25,000 rupees will be donated to education. A lovely little initiative by Amoda and JQ. A lovely skill to batting, isn't there? We've seen the man at deep mid-wicket in that previous over just creeping off the fence. That probably happens because of the running between the wickets in the previous over where they just nudge it through to mid-wicket. The same can be done to those men inside the 30-yard circle. You could drop and run, and then all of a sudden they come in tighter, and then you just nudge it over their head or past their left hand or right hand.
That's where the skill of batsmanship comes in. How do you manipulate the field? Not always with shots. But sometimes the way you plan and execute. Especially someone like Lamichan, you think he's their X factor, their go-to wicket taker. So you minimize the risk against him, but you can still score. You can still get 10 over off and plop a couple balls into the leg side and run twos, rotate the strike. Then it brings him into a situation where he has to chase it. And if it gives you one that's a step hit, you go deep, you go downtown. That's how you construct an innings.
Very good hand. Excellent hand. We've seen that a little bit now in the last few years, haven't we, from the champion T20 leg spinner Rashid Khan. In the beginning, he was such a big wicket taker. He still takes wickets, don't get me wrong. But teams are sort of saying, well, hang on, we can't afford for him to get 4 wickets in his 4 overs. He may get 1 and we'll take him for 24, 25. Out of here. They're picking the matchups as well. The left-hander taking on the short side against the wrist spinner.
This is an exhibition. This is good cricket. A little bit of air. Put a lot more on it. And we just spoke about manipulating the field and batsmanship. They've gone 1-1-1 first 3 balls. He's flighted, he's gone a little bit more searching for a wicket, and bang, 6.
It's just a couple of, I'm going to say a couple of balls ago where the projected score at the current rate was 116. Now the projected score at the current rate is 137. They've definitely got a game plan here, the Royals. The way they construct their innings, you'll hear that a lot. Fought back well, Lamachani. 14 gone, 95 for 2. our Agakanshi cement, the Golden Cap leaderboard, showcasing the tournament's leading wicket takers. Sandeep Lamachani sits proud on top. Mentioned this yesterday, Carlos, isn't it amazing? All the bowlers on that list are in the qualifiers. When we go to the batters list, there's only one that is in the qualifiers, which shows you, I think you made the point that batters win matches, tournaments are won by bowlers.
100%, and there's a new ball into the attack. It looks like. Going back to bowlers, we're just talking off here. Rashid Khan, you mentioned him last over. Now that teams are prepared to see him out, he's gambling a little bit more. He's probably gone for more than 40, 45 in the last 2 years, and he went the years before that, because he's trying to get wickets.
Great place to hit the ball. Wonderful place to hit the ball.
The march is well and truly on. You always hear, hit the side screen, aim straight. He's done that. And yeah, I'm just thinking someone, I see Lamachane is similar to Rashid Khan. If you think of someone who's a little bit more risk averse, like a Sunil Narayan, he's happy to go 4 overs, none for 18. Then you have the Lamachanes and you have the Rashid Khans who will try something. So as a batting unit, you need to identify that X factor. Is he a more risk averse X factor, or is he someone that's going to gamble? If he's someone that's going to gamble, you don't give him anything in his first 2 overs, and you basically collect your depths in overs number 3 and overs number 4. That's what they did to Lamichan in his last over, his 3rd of the game so far. They went single, 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 knowing he'll play on his ego and his walk to get wickets. And as soon as he flighted one, they went bang, 6.
You thought they were going nowhere. I think many of us in the commentary box were saying, what's going on here? But they've got it sussed. The success doesn't just happen. It's well thought out, the Royals. Single to end the over. I suppose the Kings would look at that as a successful one. 7 from it. 15 gone. 102 for 2. Welcome back. The Sudhir Pashchim Royals, 102 for 2, 5 overs to go, and they still have plenty of batting. The Biratnagar Kings will be really happy the way they've restricted them in 15 overs. 60 or 44 is the partnership. It's not the easiest pitch to play on, but it's this Super Saturday. We are in match 26, and I'm Fazal Khalil. With me in the commentary box is Akash Chopra.
Thank you so much. A nice partnership has developed. 60 or 44 balls. You know, Fazal, I've been waiting for Dipinder Singh Aries, our rival. Missed out in the previous game because there was a bit of a confusion with Lynn going out and him just walking in. Is it about time for him to be here in the middle? Mashan Delang has been given his 2nd over. It was a little expensive in the first one.
Well, this is the opportunity for the Sudhir Pashchim Royals. He'll need to change it up. Pace on the ball will mean runs for Sudhir Pashchim Royals.
Oh, I am thinking a wicket. I'm here only for the league phase, right? And this is the last league game, Sudhir Pashchim Royals.
That helped on its way. That's huge. That's gone all the way. It's gone very wide. It's gone very handsome. And it's a much needed 6 for the Sudar Paschim Royals. Like we did mention, pace on the ball means runs for the batsman.
A loose delivery actually. Almost like a hit-me ball. With third fine leg fielder inside the circle. All the batter had to do was to help the ball on its way. Arif Sheikh was brilliant in the previous encounter. He started from where he had left the other night.
Well, he looks a real complete player, this Arif Sheikh. Once again, shot, pulled away. This time, lack of timing for Arif Sheikh. But he's spent a fair amount of time in India, in Bangalore. He's honed his skills. And now he's playing in for Nepal at the highest possible level.
Looks in good form as well. Faf du Plessis, Martin Guptill. The Kings have got their big guns out today. Mashan Delang still searching for his first wicket. Ishan, who started slowly. I think first 10 odd balls he was 4 or 5. He's picked up since then. 37 of 33. A couple of sixes, including the one was very nicely timed against Sandeep Lamichhane. Third man inside the circle. Mid on, mid off inside the circle. What's the plan? Is it a bouncer? What's the plan, Marshan?
Nicely bowled. If you're full and straight, it's still difficult for the batsman to get you away. But a beautiful afternoon. We're getting into Akash with really some really good cricket. And you've been here for a couple of days. Just take a look at this crowd around. You are a real treat for these Nepali people.
No, it's absolutely my pleasure. I went to Pashupatinath Ji yesterday. It was outstanding. Been here a few days and the love is just overwhelming. Mid on, mid off inside the circle again.
Will be a couple of runs. Yeah. Well, it's all happening here in Kathmandu. That man there, Sandeep Lamichhane, just a pat on the back. Yeah, let's take a look at that once again. It was dug in shot. There is pace for Ramasha Delanga.
A slight change in the field again. This was just hanging in the air for a long time. Delang felt that was a possible chance not to be. It's keeping the batter guessing. It's mid on, mid off or inside the circle. That means you're looking for a bouncer. Now fine leg goes back. Mid off is inside the circle again. One bouncer for the over is done. Finish within the stumps now. No room whatsoever.
He'll be happy to concede the single. 11 runs off the over. So the Paschim Royals are 113 for 2 after 16.
Beautiful visuals. Once again, drone camera weaving its magic. It's a magical ground. It's a phenomenal crowd. A packed house today. Sandeep Lamichhane, the captain, he's brought himself into the bowling attack. And they say in the 20-over game, it's the 17th over, the moving over. It either produces 20 or a wicket.
Let's just wait and watch. He's got this penchant to pick up wickets when they need it the most. But yes, we just took a little look at the crowd. You'll see the beautiful Chobar Hills, the Chandragiri Hills to the western part of the ground, the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas to the east of the ground. The director is just itching to show us that. Come on, buddy.
Most wickets in T20 T20Is, T20 internationals, 129.
Tossed up, down the ground, in the air. There is a man straight to him. Straight down the throat of Marshan Delanga. Sandeep Lamichane in the 17th over has stung like a bee.
The moving over. And he's been the mover and the shaker. That's Sandeep Lamichane. Bowled it googly, bowled it slow. Invited Ishan Pandey to go down the ground. Didn't get the elevation, not the distance. Safe hands finally had dropped one earlier, Marshan Dilang. Not this time. 114 for 3. Other Royals, 38 for Ishan.
Welcome back to this magnificent venue, the TU International Cricket Ground, as Harmeet Singh eases his way into the centre. 12 matches, 176, a very good 53 early in the piece against the Gurkhas. He's one of their main all-rounders. He's bowled well, he's batted well, he's fielded really well. He's having a good tournament, is Harmeet Singh. He'll be up against the superstar in this neck of the woods, Sandeep Lamichane. Huge name in Nepal. They come out in droves, in huge numbers to watch him. Oh, that's in the air. There it is. That's Faf du Plessis. Can't get it easier than that. Lamichane has picked up 2 in 2.
On a hat-trick. Viratnagar Kings captain Sandeep Lamichane. First it was Ishan Pandey and now Harmeet. Once again a googly played down the wrong line. The leading edge. As easy as they come. For Faf du Plessis. The good fielder that he is. It was a dolly. Harmeet Singh has been dismissed without troubling the scorers. Sandeep Lamichane is on a hat-trick. 114 for 4.
We'll just wait and hear the applause when Dipendra Singh Airi comes out there in the middle. A big moment for Sandeep Lamichane, a big moment for the Sudur Paschim Royals. He's on a hat-trick. We've seen one earlier in the tournament. Can it be one more for Sandeep Lamichane? A best of 57, a strike rate of 154. That's what he'd need to strike at. He's fielded well, he's bowled well, but his batting has been slightly off colour. This is the moment when Dipendra Singh Airi needs to come to the party. What an eventful 17th over. You called it absolutely right.
Zona hat-trick, captain to captain. Negotiated well, Dipendra Singh Airi. This is why he actually held back one of his overs, Sandeep. Was bowling from the other end earlier.
He'll pick up the single. Well, he's really made it count, Lamichane, in the 17th over. 3 for 20. These are the 2 wickets he did pick up.
Both googlies taking it away from the left-hander. First was a catch in the deep. This one in the covers region. 2 and 2. 2 left-handers dismissed.
One superstar of Nepal to the other. Dipendra Singh Airi. Nicely bowled. Well negotiated. Excellent 17th over this for the Viratnagar Kings. 2 wickets, 3 runs off his Sudur Paschim Royal in trouble at 116 for 4. Fall of wickets for the Sudur Paschim Royals. They are the undefeated, undisputed side so far in the league. 4 for 114. They lost their third wicket and their fourth wickets at 114. Well, if they go 10s and over from here, they'll get 146. I'm sure that's what they will be looking for, especially this man along with the skipper at the other end. 8 and over, 140 will be par on this pitch. 10 and over will be slightly above par. It's easy pickings this. Doesn't want to drop the ball so short.
There's no bounce from this end. You've seen Basir earlier, 3.1 overs now. He's conceded only 11. Lots of taunts. As many as 13 already, so more than 2 overs have not been scored off.
It's in the air on the bounce to the man, and he's so quick between wickets. Just goads his partner into coming back for 2. Rare misfield by Faf du Plessis.
And they took on his arm as well. He's a phenomenal fielder, Faf du Plessis.
This time in the air, and that's gone all the way. Off the back foot. It's the man, Dipendra Singh Airi, in the house.
We'll be talking about the lack of bounce. It was a half-tracker, yes, but a tough shot to execute. A hit over long off for a 6 off the back foot. It doesn't matter. Wherever Faf was, went over him.
And again, this time on the offside, lot of support for the Sudur Paschim Royals as Dipendra Singh Airi comes back, and he moves like greased lightning between the wickets. Just a little wobble in the deep, and that was enough for this man to come herring back.
Once again, the arm was challenged. It's been referred to the third umpire, but it seems that the captain is safe, Dipendra. Live fire, he's so quick between the stumps. Easily. Needed a better throw, a stronger arm.
Well, perfect exhibition of technique on how to hold the handle of the bat, stretch into the crease, and with the speed that he has, was well and truly home. Very simple decision for the third umpire. Not out is the call, and the right one as well. Extremely huge fan base to the Sudur Paschim Royals have here, Akash. Sudur Paschim, a lot of the Sudur Paschim fans, I've been told, stay in this place, Kirtipur, where the stadium is located. So they get huge crowds. There was a huge line of people coming in at 5 a.m. this morning for a 11 o'clock start. And that's huge in these areas. Nepal really doing well, the Cricket Association of Nepal.
And in a sense, they have nothing really to gain. They are going to finish in the top 2, that's confirmed.
This time the switch hit, that's gone all the way as well. Huge over this, 17 runs off it. The 18th over proving really good for the Sudur Paschim Royals. After 18, 133 for 4. Runs of that last over. Can they have another couple of big ones to take them to that score of 145, maybe 150, which is a really good score on this pitch? And to prevent them from doing that, we have Marsh and Delanga. Well, we've been enjoying ourselves out here in Nepal, and that's me, Fazal Khalil, and with me is the superstar from Delhi, Akash Chopra. We are both enjoying ourselves in this HP lubricant commentary box, and we are enjoying the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League 2025. We are in season 2. Welcome to Nepal, Akash. And no better way to come on air and take a look at that. That's high, wide, and very, very handsome.
He's trying to bowl a Yorker, bowled in the slot. Siddhartha Bang, maximum of the bat, middle of the bat, got the distance and the elevation. Wonderfully done. Ever since Dipendra actually came on strike or on the field, Arif had taken a back seat. Most of the strike was taken by Dipendra.
Full toss. Just taken him by surprise, really. Perhaps slipping from Martian Delanga. But how quick are these two between wickets? You can be quick, but your partner has to respond as well.
Slower ball of sorts, it seemed, dipped on him. The previous over, that accounted for 17 runs. 7 of these 2 balls of the 19th. It's going a little too far from the King's reach in terms of the qualification as number 2.
It was in the slot. Just missing out there was Dipendra Airi. Yeah, they're now at par, in my opinion. 145 to 155 will be a really good score.
But it's not just about winning, right? For Kings, it has to be a huge, a massive win to ensure that they finish in the top 2. They're falling behind on the net run rate. The final equation will come to us at the end of the innings.
Well, absolutely. You want to get into those top 2 where you get 2 bites of the cherry. You play the qualifier 1, and then if you lose that, you can play the winner of the eliminator to get a chance to get into the final as well. So a lot to play for the Biratnagar Kings, for sure.
What we don't see here is Gorkha's net run rate, which is healthy. Their games are done. Kings have an opportunity with Guptill and Faf as 2 of the top 3.
Another full toss. It's turning out to be a good over for Martian Delanga and the Biratnagar Kings.
It's been expensive. Conceding 32 runs. This is A.B. de Villiers' fan. Faf, A.B., good friends. Faf is here. Maybe next season, A.B.
Certainly the way the league is growing, nicely bowled. Good end to the over. Just a single to end that over. 10 runs off it. The Sudar Paschim Royals are 143 for 4. The ground is situated in such a beautiful part of the world. We're at the foothills of the Himalayas. The majesticity of the way things are around here is just like a canvas which is painted for someone to just come and enjoy themselves. The mountains, the hills, the valley, and Pratish GC will bowl the 20th over. We've seen him do it before, and he's done a decent job. Can he repeat that in this last over of the innings for the Biratnagar Kings?
It's very rare you see somebody bowling the first over as the 20th over of the innings. That's Pratish. And these are the visuals that Fazal was talking about. Wonderful hills. Do we get the snow? later this month?
Well, it's just not very, it's not a very clear day. Oh, that's gone miles in the air. That's miles and miles. And well held this. Really well held by Martin Guptill. Pratish GC, arms in the air. He's done it for his skipper. He's done it for his team. And a big wicket in the last over of the innings.
20th over specialist. First ball of the innings. And it dismisses Dipender Singh Airy, the opposition's captain, who actually got off to a flyer. 19 of 11 balls. It's 143 for 5. The Royals.
Well, that's the end of the skipper. He departs for well-made 19. Got Heaslet bowled Pratish. For a moment there, I thought it was Martin Guptill, but it was Heaslet who took that real dolly of a catch very comfortably in the end. Have fielders in the right places in these last few overs. Deepak Bohara, 107 is strike rate. Needs to get a couple of big ones. Perhaps just take the single, bring Arif on strike. He's batting on 44. Pick up the single, get off the mark. Singles are not going to bother them at all.
Was there in the slot. It's just that didn't come on to the bat nicely, and therefore just went up. Didn't really get the distance. Basir had to bail out in the end, but look at him. First ball, first wicket. This is how it's done. What was the fuss all about? Very good change that has been brought upon in the laws, where the new batter needs to have the strike.
Be called wide? Will it be called wide? Will it be called wide? No, says the umpire. There it is. He's bowled within that 1 foot of middle stump on the leg side. Just take a look at it. There, he just moves in, and that is well within that. Very good umpiring this. There is that line. It's the experimental move by the ICC to see whether it works. See it for about a year and then bring it into bigger cricket. Very nicely bowled. Really good over this full far. A wicket, a single, a dot, then a wicket, and then a run again. Really good bowling, Akash.
He's given only 2 of the first 4 balls and picked up the wicket of the captain, Dipender Singh Airy. This was a good Yorker. Oh, wow. Stay safe, mate. This went all the way to stop that single. Couldn't. Was in the line of the non-striker batter.
No real timing. They will come back for 2 and get it rather comfortably. It won't hurt the Viratnagar Kings to concede the 2. They don't want to concede the boundary.
Great comeback. Looked like 155, maybe 160 after the last over. This over has been phenomenal. Was it a master stroke or a trick missed? Because this is the first over that Pratish has bowled.
Gone. Moved too far across. And hitting leg peg. Just wondering what